First and foremost, I want to express my condolences to Haruka's family. I've spoken with the family, the mother and father. No parent should ever have to bury a child, especially a beautiful young woman like Haruka with such a beautiful spirit. But what we promised them early on as a community, the University of Texas Police Department, the Austin Police Department, the Department of Public Safety, is that we would leave no stone unturned to provide them with the justice they so richly deserve. This morning we're going to talk about delivering just that. As you all know, Haruka Weiser, date of birth 6/20/1997, was taken from us. First and foremost, the reason that this case has been cracked is because we in the city of Austin, which is the fastest growing city in the country with a very lean police department, are blessed to work and serve a community that is engaged, involved, and willing to stand up for their neighbors, to cooperate with the police department, and are willing to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. So I want to thank the people of Austin for all the tips that have come in that really made this case great so early on. Around 4 p.m. yesterday, Austin Fire Department Station 3 reported that their firefighters on 4/4/16 responded, which was Monday, to the 2900 block of Medical Arts Street, which is near here, for a trash fire. Fortunately for us, this University of Texas, which is one of the safest universities, as you know, this campus has not had a homicide on this campus since 1966. That is a tremendous long period of time, and I think it's a record of safety that has come somewhat like the city of Austin and envy that we can all be envious of. When we released that videotape that this university provided us, because they've invested in a very robust security system with many cameras around this campus and in the community surrounding the campus, the firefighters realized that on Monday they responded to a call at that location, and that the individual they were seeing on that video strongly resembled the suspect that we were looking for. Fire Station 3 in the Austin Fire Department, thanks to their vigilance, reported their observations to the police department, and our homicide division immediately went to work on this case and on this suspect. The other person that was really key in this, the other tip that was really key in this, was a female that we will not identify today, but we will identify later, member of our community that actually called in the fire. And once again, here's a woman that called in that fire Monday. Then after the video provided by the University of Texas was released, connected the dots, and immediately also called in the tip saying that resembles the young man that started a fire on Monday. So later on we will identify her, but she was key as well. As a result of this, we've identified a suspect named Mikhail is the way he pronounces it, spelled M as in Mary, E-E-C-H-A-I-E-L. Last name of Kreiner, C-R-I-N-E-R. He's a black male. Date of birth of 6/30/1998. APD responded on the day of the fire this past Monday and transported the suspect Kreiner, to LifeWorks in order to provide him temporary shelter, for he was determined to be a homeless 17-year-old young man. The subject was also in possession of a woman's bike. AFD on Monday took possession of that bike for safekeeping. As soon as AFD called us, APD homicide detectives reviewed the in-car video from the police department in-car camera and realized that the suspect was wearing similar pants and shoes and fit the general physical description of the suspect. Also, the suspect had in his possession a small blue duffel bag resembling that of our victim, Haruka Weiser. APD responded to fire station number 3, and the bike in their possession resembled, again, that of the suspect. APD also responded to the fire scene and located the trash container, which contained several items, which we believe to be belonged to our victim. APD then responded to the suspect location, last known location at LifeWorks, and we were able to detain him for tampering with evidence and question him regarding this incident. Kyle Kreiner has been booked to the Travis County Jail for a charge of murder, which is a first-degree felony. This charge will be filed formally later this afternoon. It's important for folks to realize that this investigation is absolutely very active. We're nowhere near complete, but it's also very important for this community to realize that we are very certain that the subject we have in custody, the suspect is in custody, is the suspect responsible for the death of this beautiful young woman. A lot of parents are calling and asking, is our community safe, are our students safe? And again, I will tell you that the city of Austin is the second safest big city in the United States. It is an extremely safe city. Having said that, young people, please, as the parents of our beautiful victim said, let's take some lessons that we can learn and always be vigilant, no matter how safe the environment is. We need to be vigilant. Young people love to be on their iPhones or iPads or iPads. It's really important to just be very, very vigilant when you're out there, because unfortunately we know that there are monsters in society that will do us harm. The last thing I will say is that if you are a witness, if you recognize this suspect when we release his photo later on this afternoon, if you remember seeing him anywhere, we want to trace his activities leading up not just to this crime, but leading up to the day he was actually captured at LifeWorks. Please contact the Austin Police Department. Again, the investigation is very active and again ongoing. Lastly, I want to share a message from her parents, specifically her mom. She told me, in closing the conversation with me about an hour and a half ago, she said, "Chief, will you do something for me?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am. What would you like me to do?" And she said, "Please tell all your officers, please tell everyone at the University of Texas, please tell everyone involved in this investigation, thank you. But also please tell them to take care of themselves and go home and hug your children, not once but twice." So I didn't get the privilege of meeting this young woman, but I want to say that having spoken to her mother, that whoever she touched, it was a blessing. And I'm just glad and thankful that we're going to bring justice to that family and that we're going to restore the sense of safety that this campus and this community has always enjoyed. And I look forward to, in her honor, continue to work with you, Mr. President, to keep the University of Texas one of the safest in the nation, as is our city. And before I open up the questions, I will now call up to President Fenix.
Well, thank you, Chief Acevedo. It really is an impressive work and collaboration among law enforcement agencies, Austin Police Department, Homicide Unit, Chief Gay, thank you, Chief Carter and the University of Texas Police Department, and quickly identifying, locating the victim, our dear student, and of course the Department of Public Safety and the support and active engagement that they provided. Thank you for your outstanding and rapid work in identifying and apprehending a suspect in this horrific crime. As you heard, the police and prosecutors still have much to do in order to bring justice, but the announcement this morning is an important development, and it's a direct result of the outstanding police work and brings a tremendous sense of relief to our students, our faculty, our staff, and the entire University of Texas community. However, it is important that we remain focused on offering support to Haruka's parents. I met them last evening after the vigil on the East Mall. I can't imagine a more heroic, courageous, and strong family under circumstances that no family should ever have to face. The university will continue to stand with Haruka's family. We will help them however we can to honor Haruka's life, what she stood for, and to make her death an occasion to look at the safety of our community and others, and to find some meaning behind otherwise meaningless and senseless death. As I said yesterday, our students expect to be safe. And as we talked about yesterday, we are taking measures and doing everything we can to improve the safety of the campus. The increased patrols that I directed earlier this week will continue for now, and I will be getting regular updates from law enforcement as the prosecution of the case continues. And the University of Texas Police Chief David Carter and others will work with DPS to assess campus safety and security in a very comprehensive manner. And we will take this as an occasion to do as Haruka's parents asked us to do, learn from this and make this a better community and a safer community for every member of it. Chief Carter.
Obviously, this is a devastating loss for the UT community, as President Finnes has already indicated earlier this week. And it's clearly troubling for UTPD as well, but I really want to stress the importance of law enforcement partnerships. What you see here today is what this city, what this metropolitan area needs. We have APD as well as DPS working well together with UTPD. There are numerous areas that we will be focusing on and looking as we move forward to look at this in a holistic way, understanding that we are obviously taking this to heart as a police department. Our role is to keep our campus safe. Matter of fact, the UTP's motto basically is protecting those who will change the world. We mean that. We believe this is a safe campus. However, this tragic incident has us redoubling our efforts, working with our law enforcement partners moving forward to find out are there areas that we can improve upon. There are three areas that I want to talk about. They're very important to any police department, but especially UTPD at this time. As the President has indicated and directed, we will be looking closely at our physical environment here, working very closely with DPS to help us assess our campus in terms of its physical environment, its security protocols, and that's ongoing. We'll talk more about that in the future. Also, the things that are very important for any police department to do, and UTPD is doing this currently, and has been doing for the past year, is to actively look for any potential threats to our campus community. Obviously, in this particular case, we did not catch this young man or identify him prior to this. We recognize that. It's important to recognize that we are working closely with APD and going beyond our campus boundaries now. We understand that there are areas of concern west of campus, and that is something that we work with APD frequently on. We actively patrol that. We're going to redouble our efforts on that. It's very important to recognize that we're not singling out any one group of people, but we need to address threats wherever they might be found. Thirdly, and also is important, in this particular case, as Chief Acevedo has indicated to you, members of the community step forward and share information. A safe community requires that there is good engagement with the police departments that are working to serve them and protect them. So we're going to continue engaging our student population. Not only is it important for UTPD to share information with our community, it's important for our community to share information with the police, whether it's APD or UTPD. In any case, any suspicious activity or information, we want to know about it so that we can properly respond to that. The campus continues to grieve. Yes, we feel better that the suspect is in custody, but we'll continue to grieve. We'll have to continue to work with our community on working on ongoing projects and talking and listening. We need your support. We thank everybody's support in this particular issue. As I mentioned, there are things that are important for the police to do, but there are things that are important for our students to remember and recall. The issue is go to our Be Safe, Live Safe website and remember those simple things. I know you've heard them many, many times. The issue of being conscious of your surroundings, not necessarily walking at night alone, not necessarily walking with, while texting or being distracted in an environment that you're not familiar with or comfortable with. The point is, we really believe we have a safe campus and community, but it requires the community to step up and do its part as well. And I'm talking to our student population, I'm talking to our staff, faculty and staff. We're here before you, we'll work through this, we'll get through this grievance process.